Hi everyone, welcome to Into Data. In this video, we'll be discussing what is machine learning and what are different types of machine learning. Before we jump into that, it is important to know what is AI, because at the end of the day, machine learning is nothing but AI. So without further ado, let's get started. As you can see in this Venn diagram, machine learning is a subset of AI. So what is AI then? AI refers to the simulation of human intelligence in machines, especially computers. It involves the development of algorithms and models that enable these computers to perform tasks which usually require human intelligence, such as problem solving, decision making, language understanding, and many more. One of the good examples of AI in our everyday life is recommendation systems. We all use social media platforms like Instagram and YouTube and so on, right? Have you ever wondered how these apps keep recommending you content which more than often you like? How do they do that? What they are doing is they're basically learning from your behavior or your watch history. They're basically monitoring your watch history, search history, and whatever you're doing on that app. So they are collecting information about you, in terms of what you like to see on that platform. And based on that information, they are predicting what else you might like. If you like X, you might like Y. That is exactly what they're doing. So that is a good example of AI. Another example is virtual assistants like Alexa and Siri. They use AI to understand and respond to voice commands. I hope you're clear about AI. All you need is a basic understanding right now. Here are some more examples of AI in everyday life. Hit pause and read through it. Next, what is machine learning? As you can clearly see, machine learning is a subset of AI, and it focuses on development of algorithms and models that enables computers to learn from data and make predictions or decisions based on what they have learned. Machine learning algorithms are capable of identifying trends and patterns in data, and that is how they are able to make predictions and decisions. So that is what machine learning is in a nutshell. These are some examples of machine learning. Earlier we discussed how Alexa and Siri are able to understand and respond to voice commands. Natural language processing is what is used there. Whether you speak in English or Spanish, they are able to understand and respond accordingly. Actually, there is a lot that goes behind NLP. Hopefully, we will cover that in a future video. For now, go through all these examples, and if you want to know more, you can definitely Google. And next is deep learning. As you can see, deep learning is a subset of machine learning. Like machine learning and AI, it also focuses on training algorithm to learn patterns and make decisions from data. But here the difference is that this is a specialized subfield which focuses on a special computational model called artificial neural networks. These networks are inspired by human brain structure and are designed to automatically learn patterns and representations from data. It is successfully used for image classification, speech recognition, and many more. Now let's take a look at data science. As you can see, data science involves AI, ML, deep learning, and something else as well. So what is it? Data science involves extraction of knowledge and insights from structured and unstructured data. In addition to machine learning, it also involves statistics, data analysis, and domain expertise to understand complex data set and draw conclusive insights from it so that you can form better decisions. It may or may not involve creating predictive models, whereas machine learning is all about building predictive models. In data science, your end goal is to find insights from data, understand the patterns and trends, and so that you can make better decisions. And so that is what is data science is. just read through it. Now to our main topic, the different types of machine learning. As you can see, there are mainly four types of machine learning: supervised, unsupervised, semi-supervised, and reinforcement learning. So what is supervised learning? In supervised learning, the algorithm is trained using a labeled dataset. That is a dataset in which each data is associated with a target or output value. Here the algorithm learns to map input data to correct output by finding out patterns and relationships in the training data. Supervised learning algorithms are mainly classified into two: regression and classification. And it will be discussed in detail in a different video. And in fact, each algorithm will be covered in separate videos and in depth. So don't worry about that. In this particular video, we are just outlining what is machine learning and its different types. So suppose we have a data set containing a bunch of images. As you can see, there are images of dogs and cats. Images of dogs are associated with the label dog, and images of cats are associated with the label cat. So what the algorithm does is it tries to figure out what is the similarities between images that has the label dog, and what makes the images with label cat different from dogs. So that is what the algorithm figures out, the similarities and differences between these images, so that when it gets a different image that is not in the data set, so that it can classify it to one of these labels. So that is how supervised learning works. We teach the algorithm by, okay, this image, the first image, we give it the first image and say that this is a dog, and then we give another image of a dog and tell that algorithm that this is a dog, and then we give another image probably of a cat and then say a cat. When it sees a bunch of images of cats and dogs, it finally figures out what makes an image a cat and what makes an image a dog, so that it can make predictions when we predict the label of a new image when it is given to the algorithm. So that is how supervised learning works. Next is unsupervised learning. It is the exact opposite of supervised learning. Instead of labeled dataset, we are using an unlabeled dataset. Here the algorithm tries to discover patterns and relationships within the data without a predefined target associated with it. Clustering and dimensionality reduction are the common unsupervised learning tasks. In clustering, we are grouping the data points based on similarities, whereas dimensionality reduction involves reducing the number of features in a dataset while preserving important information. Don't worry about the details. Like I said, it will be discussed in a different video in much depth and detail. Next is semi-supervised learning. Like you might have guessed, it is a combination of supervised and unsupervised learning. It uses both labeled and unlabeled data to improve the learning accuracy. What it does is it uses a small amount of labeled data and a larger amount of unlabeled data to make predictions or discover patterns. And it is really helpful when obtaining labeled data is expensive or time consuming. Last but not the least is reinforcement learning. It is quite different from the other three types. Reinforcement learning focuses on training agents to make sequential decisions in an environment to maximize the reward signal. You might be wondering what I just read out loud. Don't worry, the idea is quite simple. Here we are not using any labeled data set or anything like that. For example, say that we gave an image of a dog to the model. If it correctly predicts it as a dog, we will give it a reward, say +1 points. But if it incorrectly predicts it as a cat, we will give it a penalty, say -10 points. So the model will try to maximize the cumulative rewards over time. That is, it will try to make as many correct predictions as possible and try to reduce the incorrect ones as well. As a result, the prediction capability increases and its accuracy also increases. So that is how reinforcement learning works based on uh, penalty and rewards. Whenever it makes a correct prediction, we are encouraging the model. Whenever it makes an incorrect prediction, we are saying that okay, that is not right. You are punished for that. You will be punished for that. Like how we teach kids when they do something wrong, we punish them so that they will learn from their mistakes. That is the idea behind reinforcement learning as well. So those are the four types of machine learning. I hope you got a basic understanding of all four. And like I have been saying since the beginning of this video, don't worry about the details. I'll do a separate video on each type of machine learning and I'll cover all these topics in very detail. So don't worry about that. In fact, like I said, each algorithm will be covered in separate videos so that we can cover as many aspects of it as possible. Anyway, thank you for watching. And if you liked my content, please consider subscribing and like, share, and follow. Do your thing so that I can keep making videos.